Hey guys, it's Vinny and my trusty sidekick.
Oh, Maymay's here.
How that's a twist for you guys. What's up, everybody? It's great to see you or hear you or look at you commenting as we go through today's show. Today we're doing the January calendar page, and this is the only clue you get. So based on this clue, what do you think the January calendar page is going to represent?
Are you going to tell them how you finagled it?
In case you, no, I'm not telling them how to, well, there's a little closer look so you can see that that is a houndstooth pattern paper. See if that resonates with any of you.
You have to tell them because
There was a thing that happened in January called the College Football National Championship. And we didn't have really any landmark events that happened, except for the fact that the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, won the national championship. So it is not a solid, Tamitha. It is the color that represents pride in the hearts of people all over the world. It is not a solid. Maymay, your mic isn't on.
This is like her
Tamitha,
totally.
this is going to make your day. Now, just to be honest with you,
I don't know.
Maymay roped me into this.
no.
Wait,
yourself
who's
into
talking?
it.
Who's the host today? Who's the host today? That's right.
Should we go shop?
She said,
You want us to go to Rustic while you do this?
I don't care. Hey, if you trust me with all them,
No, I don't.
Go on, go to the
I don't.
house. So anyway, she's like, I can't find any pictures for what to do in January. So I sent her one, and she didn't want to do it. So what did she say? She said, I tell you what, you can do it. So who got roped into doing January's calendar?
That's not exactly what I said.
No.
I said,
Look, I'm telling the story today. Go ahead, tell them what you said.
I said, if you want that in there, it can be in there, but you have to do the page because I'm not doing the page for that. But if you want it in that calendar, which really belongs to us as a family because it's our highlight reel,
That's right.
you have to do it. And you said nothing for a long time.
That's right, because I was trying to figure out if I wanted it in there that bad.
War Eagle, Terry. War Eagle.
Hey, look, you said we wouldn't be using ugly words.
No, I never said that. I said expect a lot of that junk they were doing.
So anyway, we're going to do this, and I know that some of you will resent this tremendously out of jealousy, and I understand that. But, you know, especially from my fans and friends in Ohio.
You have fans in Ohio?
I think I do. I may not after today. But anyway,
not after
so
today.
I may
today's
not.
calendar page is going to be in reference to the national championship game. So
Hey,
since I'm doing it, yes.
Joe Hall said if you're going to Rustic, take us with you. Do y'all want to go? Because I'll take you tomorrow because it's our weekly
Yeah, on
trip.
Fridays they have to go.
If y'all want to
Okay,
go, I'll
so-
take you. I'm going to take these off because, wow, are we annoying in there. We
got-
are, aren't we?
Yeah, it is. So anyway, I've got a few things that we're going to put together today. And one shows the schedule for the University of Alabama. Now, I'm not looking at these comments, so y'all better not be ugly.
I like what Mary said, although it's not showing. I'm showing it. Where'd it go? Oh, did somebody delete it? It was hilarious.
So we have the schedule for the Alabama this year, their national championship. We have the broadcast or the banner, I guess you should say, for the national championship game. And then we have my favorite of all. Now, you guys see these all the time. But this one, can you see it? It's the guy from, what is it, Pawn Stars?
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars?
Pawn Shops.
In Vegas.
From Pawn Shop.
And he said somebody brings in apparently a championship ring to pawn, and he says a championship ring. Let me call a buddy of mine who's an expert on championship rings. And then it shows Coach Saban answering the phone, which I think is hilarious. Maymay even laughed at that one.
It was funny, but I like that guy.
So we're going to try to figure out how to put this all together for me, and you know, just kind of hang along with me as I go, and know that it's all in tenderness and fun, and that I don't hate none of you, and I'm not, you know, that kind of guy.
Babe.
So anyway, what, babe?
so many
So-
funny comments. Please let me say some.
Oh, you
Mary
can
said,
say.
I say skip Vinny's idea, jealousy my butt. She's obviously from Ohio, right?
Clearly.
And then, but I love he's using black, white, and red as a nod to Maymay.
Yes.
Kim,
Always.
Kim says, I love you, but that man of yours, ...
Hey, this ain't coming out.
Oh, I didn't prep it for you.
Could
It's
be a
been sitting
problem.
here for a week.
Do I have an art glitter glue tube laying around here somewhere?
Right over there. Look, it's not a big one. You have a 1 inch. Is there a 1 ounce over there?
Yeah, it's right here by the ladybug, but it's not pins.
Oh,
That's
that's even
worse.
worse. Where's the pin for
Okay.
this one?
Hey, how about you just use
Right
that big
here.
bear? You know, see,
Why do I feel like this
I don't
is
know how to do
see,
that.
see if you can just, don't
No, Shannon. I appreciate you really trying to just
glue like me.
give me.
Shannon loves some glue, y'all. But
Is
it's
it
not
gonna
as
work now?
it's not as bad as you think. It's know what? A little
Oh,
tiny
and
little bit.
That's yeah.
That's the big nib.
Hey, gluing. You gonna glue?
Hold on, I got to read some more stuff. Yes, he has a fan friend in Ohio, but go Bucks.
Baby, this glue is just not cooperating with me in any shape, form,
What
or
do
fashion.
you mean? Are you trying to be too skittish, but also not skittish at the same time?
Well, I'm afraid it's gonna blow out all over
It just
me.
went on my finger. Just was like fine when I went like
Well, I
this.
got just a little bead drop to come out, and then it quit coming. See what I'm saying? So y'all pause for my technical difficulty.
Pause for the my camera. You know what? There's a piece of something up in there. I can
Something's
feel
got
it.
it stopped up.
But it's glue.
Yeah.
Probably is glue.
And I'm making it worse, I think. I've not had this happen in a big nib. Whoa, I got it that time, I think. Because it went a little crazy.
All right, so let's see. No.
Come on, I just got it to work. I've never had this problem with a big old nib.
Well, it ain't working. Maybe it's just a sign that we shouldn't be doing this.
Ooh, maybe it's this big clop right here.
Is that what it is?
There's a big clop. Somebody wants to know if you're sniffing art glitter glue.
I love me some art glitter glue now.
Look at that.
Don't be hating it.
Look at that. Did you see it?
That was a
No.
pretty nasty dollop.
Oh, it's gross.
Oh, you've made a mess over there.
Well, this was our mini-me.
Hopefully,
Oh,
Let's see.
she's
it's a
picking
big
glue.
hard rock.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
picking
now
glue
we're
glue.
rocking
It's
with
a
glue.
big hard rock.
She's got glue.
It was
glue, glue.
gross.
All
Son,
right, so we got us a little glue on there.
Lisa Ann's son graduated from the U of Arkansas, now at U of Alabama in Huntsville.
Cool. All right, so I'm just going to eyeball this. Y'all know how that works. And pray that I get it somewhere in
I
the
should
neighborhood.
show y'all what came out of there. That's a different channel, isn't it? It's like that pimple popper channel.
I got that part down there pretty good. So we're going to let this sit just for a second and dry. Then I got to figure out how I'm going to lay it out. Now, unfortunately, my pictures are really cool, but they're a little too big for my surface. So I'm going to have to overlap a few things. So y'all be patient with me as I try to figure how I'm going to do all this.
Tamitha said that bear is like, not today, Sabin.
Yeah, but you know we have the bear that was behind us, so.
Could be every day.
You can't beat them. You can't.
I don't
They have
know
a
why
comeback
y'all
for
even
everything.
try.
We got 27,000 rings. Like, but I don't know.
Rings are pretty.
Things are pretty.
You'll never get to wear one.
No. But I know they're out there.
Terry said it's a glue from Ohio.
It probably is. That's why it don't work right.
Y'all are so funny. I like getting to be here to read the comments. Y'all are funny folks. Funny
If
folks.
the glue is from Ohio, that definitely explains why it don't run together.
Ew. Melissa said glue pimple. We might be onto something. That could be a TikTok trend. Creating glue bottle pimple.
That's crap.
Gross.
Oh, that phone and me are going to go round and round. I ain't
Is it
having
not
it.
doing right
I
today?
ain't having it.
So y'all be patient for me. Y'all know that I'm used to sitting on the other side of this screen. Does Maymay watch me like I watch her, y'all? Is she over there Google-eyeing me and, doing all that I do? Something tells me she ain't.
You Google eye me.
Yes. You impress me, though. I know that my skills probably don't just,
You impress me, but here's the problem.
yeah.
you don't have any confidence in yourself.
I do not. I have no confidence that what I'm doing is right.
And the whole time before the show, he was so cute. He was like laying it out and changing it and laying it out and changing it. And he was like handing me this stuff going, can you cut a 1/4 inch off of that? Can you cut a 1/2 inch off of that? Can you do this? Blah,
Well,
blah.
I was trying to get
But-
it right.
But honestly, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
All my viewers today will tell you this. Most of them could not design a page in 15 minutes.
Well, I don't know that I can either.
You
so-
did, though.
Well, I mean, I figured out what I wanted, but I mean, whether it's going to be right or not, that's a whole nother animal. Okay, so I think that I have those stuck.
Michelle can't get her washer to stop flooding her laundry room. That is awful.
Yeah.
See, Terry Arnett says, I'm so impressed that you're doing this, Vinny. It doesn't matter how it turns out.
Well, thank you.
Willow said, I can't drink coffee and watch the comments or listen. Somebody
I'm trying to
said,
figure out.
Karen Fada said they're funnier when Vinny's in the crafter seat. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely funnier.
Oh.
See, I don't like that. I ain't happy with that.
Laurie said you're a humble crafter. The phone is doing that thing where it slows down and speeds up, but you'll get to see the finished project.
Now, I could do it like that.
Oh, that's a rough one, Mary. I'm not going there. That's a rough one.
Hey, whoa, 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 my thingy's moving. What? Hey, this glue don't glue.
No. Yes, it does. You're using too much glue.
Is that what I did?
Yes, you don't need hardly
I'm in
any
trouble
glue.
then. We may have to sit a while.
Why?
Because it ain't staying in place. I must have
You're
put
also
way too
using,
much.
well, you did use so much, but you're also using file folder. Just glue down, it'll dry. Just glue down. Are you going to pop it up on anything? Because you could foam your pictures if you wanted to.
Well, I thought that I might.
Okay, all that's
but-
over there to your left.
He hadn't glued to the final page yet, so it doesn't matter about the holes yet.
Oh, no, we're not worried about those.
People are talking about the holes.
Well, let me say this. They're telling you to be careful about putting your picture up too high because of the holes is what they're telling you.
Yeah,
in
but
your
can I
calendar
put
page.
the whole, the,
You sure
You
can.
hold through.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But listen, if you want foam, it's right up there. I think those would look good popped up. And you can do all the, you can do all the,
My
height
problem
you
is
want.
this page is moving because I put
Hand
too
it to
much
me.
glue on it.
hand it to me.
Hand this to you?
Mm-hmm. How much is on there?
Too much,
I think
apparently.
it's just slick and slick.
Oh my,
Too
that's
much?
a lot. It's a lot.
All right, well, wipe it off. See what you can do for me. Hook a
You
brother
know that
up.
commercial where he says, I said no mayonnaise. This reminds you of it.
Oh my gosh.
You know that commercial? Did I just do it? This is much better. It was just sliding all over the place.
It was. I wasn't expecting
Yes.
that.
Just so y'all know, we're using a file folder, which is very slick.
So,
So he had a lot of glue
I
and it
had
was
too much
sliding.
glue. I'm sorry.
You don't need this right now, do you?
Well, I kind of need that to be able to put this on it.
Oh, I don't have it straight. Okay. You want to add some silver washi to
You
the
knew
edges?
this was going to be. a
No, I
disaster.
didn't think about this being a file folder. But what you're not understanding is you just glue on top. You don't need to worry about it. Just, you know what I'm saying?
No?
Give it a second to catch.
Okay. So, you want to talk about yourself?
Why don't you get your foam out and get it cut and placed? That's what I would do. Talk about myself. Did he just say that?
Talk about yourself.
I don't really want to talk about myself. It's starting to catch. It's because it was a lot, y'all.
I'm sorry.
You just don't need much of it. I tell you what all these people were saying, but I don't think you'd be happy.
I don't care what they say. Hey, I'm doing this and I don't even know what I'm doing. So, I mean, you know.
Mary said, hey, Vinny, remember, you do you.
Well, that's what we always say.
Who's this? Sarah said, bless you.
Oh, yeah, I need some
Donna
blessing.
Swank's waiting for me to yawn.
Look, I'm trying, y'all. I really am.
We call the fluttering lashes. Oh, is that what that means? Okay, you know when somebody flashes their eyelashes at you, when a girl like la 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 at you? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, look at me. When a girl goes
Yeah, I
like
know
that.
some
Oh, I thought you said no. Sarah said they call it giving someone the hairy eyeball. My mama said that before, but I didn't know if that's what that meant.
Never heard that.
I thought the hairy eyeball was that scary eyeball she gives me. What are you doing?
the stink eye.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm fixing to stick this on here.
Don't peel off both sides of your. Where
You
you?
have to peel off, put the other side for it to stick down.
Yeah,
don't
but
you?
you're not ready for that. So just put it on
Oh,
there.
okay.
Be patient. Oh, crafty one. Oh, crafty one. Listen, I ain't having it. I ain't
You know
having
I don't know
it.
what I'm doing, Aim.
I ain't having it. That's what I had to tell my girls that last night. They were making me so mad.
You know, when you know what you're doing, it's one thing, but when you just over here acting like you do and trying to pretend, when I'm trying to act professional, when I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Okay, y'all ready? Alan just joined from the UK.
Alan,
Oh my Lord.
Alan,
I'm sorry,
Alan,
You
Alan,
did not
Alan,
know
we're
what
so
you're
glad to
getting
have you,
into.
Alan.
Alan.
And listen, Alan, I have to tell you something. I'm excited for the UK. Boris announced they're going to be doing some slow openings. Is slow the word? It probably feels slow to you guys. But it's really, I think by
Soft.
mid-May, they're going to be almost open. I think hospitality services come back in mid-May, which means they can still dine outside and take out right now. But I think they get to do that then. Isn't that exciting?
It is.
Lisa.
Oh, what the heck is this? This happened to me.
What did happen to you? Did it fly off on you?
Pieces flip off on me.
It
I
flew
wasn't
off on you?
expecting. Wasn't expecting.
So thank you for joining us, Alan.
And I'm sorry, you picked a really bad day, Alan, to watch.
Kim said she looked at Precious and said, I ain't having it. And she just looked at her. That's what mine do too, but I still tell them I ain't having it. I ain't having it. I will tell you this. We were working out in the garage this week. And you know, have I told y'all about my neighbor dog?
Let's don't talk about our neighbor dog on in
Just,
front of the world.
I'm just saying the fact that my neighbor dog loves to talk. Loves to talk. Like she's a talker.
She's definitely a talker.
She is a talker, and so we'll be out in the driveway, and she wants Vince to come play with her is the problem, because he started this, and she barks all the time, but she wants Vince to come play, and he won't because he's busy. Well, anyway, our girls got out there, and I don't want my girls barking because they shouldn't be barking like that. They only need to bark when there's a reason to bark. So they were out there, and they were just barking, and Vince's friend Jeremy was over because he was helping him load up the trailer and stuff. Anyway, long story, huh? Anyway.
You got plenty of time to kill because this is
Here. Anyway,
tragic.
Jeremy was standing there and they started barking like crazy. And I said, that's it. That's it. And I went over there to the fence. I said, I ain't having it. I ain't having it. And they all stopped and looked at me like this. I said, that's it. I'm done with it. I ain't having it. And I turned around and Jeremy was like, looking at me like I was a nut. And I'm like, I'm not having it, Jeremy.
I'll start barking and see what
Start
I
barking. See if I don't tell you I ain't having it. Wow, Caroline got her Mintay today. So excited to start some projects. Yay. Sonia has a new granddaughter, 3 days old.
Little bitty baby.
We have Sophie
Okay,
from
so
Ireland.
now, would you put one piece on and then fit the other one to it and then put the other one where you want it to?
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to do what I want it to do. Where's my little tool to get this stuff off the end of it? I'll just peel it.
Are we going to be ordering any more Min books?
He already ordered.
Yep, already on order.
They flew off the shelf. I didn't doubt it. And I'm going to tell you something. Of all the paper he bought, I want to say the Men book was the most. Of the 6x8 books, I want to say the Men book was the most, and then the basics. The basics flew off the shelf. They were
And
great, though.
I bought one of the other basics that we didn't have before. I know you probably won't be happy with me, but I want to give it a try.
Mimi Sweet Tea said, got my first Cricut today. Her husband purchased it for her for their 23rd anniversary, and he wants me to make him a decal for his truck window. That's going to be an expensive truck window decal. Just kidding. That's what Vince would tell me. Now, I bought this for you, so make this for me. Do you know what's funny?
That is so not even in the middle.
You know all those truck decals I made for
well.
you? For your,
Yeah.
what'd
For
you have before?
The Tahoe.
The Tahoe? They're still on it.
They are.
He's
I
still
saw them
riding
the other
around with it on there.
day. Yep.
It's really
Sure
cool. Oh, Tamitha's Mintay should be there today. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. That Mintay, I even messaged them and said, y'all, this is the best release you've ever done.
So glad y'all ordered it, but it was so tiring packing all your packages.
So, for those of you who don't know, like I've been MIA for 3 days now, technically. 2 days for sure, Monday and Tuesday. So, Monday and let's see, who doesn't work on Monday? No, Jenna worked on Monday, but we helped on Monday because there were so many
Taylor
orders.
doesn't work on
Taylor
Monday.
doesn't work on Monday. So, Shannon and I helped pack orders on Monday. And we probably got about halfway through on Monday, I think. And then on Tuesday,
I like it y'all talk amongst yourself and I just do this and then it'll be over with.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jenna is at school on Tuesday, and it was just Thomas and shipping because Josh is now gone full time to work outside of Maymay. So anyway, I said, okay, be prepared. We're packing tomorrow, and we made Joe come to work, and Joe worked, and we finished up the weekend on Tuesday packing, but we packed till our hands hurt,
Oh.
y'all.
That. Oh.
Man, it was so much,
It was.
but I'm
It was
glad.
good.
Is these scissors okay for me to use for this?
What do you want to do? Those are the ones I would
I
suggest.
need the cutter bees. Y'all, I'm fixing a fussy cut
You cut right-handed.
and it's gonna be real interesting.
You're cutting right-handed.
Yes? Why are you surprised by that?
Pam Bowles is watching us live for the first time.
Y'all, I apologize if today is your first time watching. Please come back next week. You'll be so glad you did.
I went. Did you see what I did?
What?
I mean, because this is not a true representation of what this channel is normally like.
That's not true. This channel is about inclusivity. This is about all areas of crafting, from pro to novice.
Well, you're
beginner
definitely
even.
getting the less than novice.
Look, you know what's funny?
View
Shannon
today.
did the last card on my channel,
I did.
and now you're doing this. It's like I'm not even working anymore.
Well, how about you
get to
fussy
do
cut this for
Saturday.
me?
It's a football. Okay, listen. You gonna fussy cut a football? Come on.
I saw straight.
You can fussy cut a football.
I love all y'all.
Pooh Bear asked
I
if I
can't
signed up for
fussy
the
cut
stamp club on
nothing.
February 2nd, will I get the February stamp set or not till March? You'll get the March set because the February has already gone out. So when you sign up, the month you sign up and you get the one after it. That's how that works. But let me say this. You get a 15% discount as a stamp club member, so you can go ahead and use your club member discount. So go ahead and start using that on your order so you can get last month's stamp set at 15% off.
Boy, I really am poor at scissoring.
Oh, Willow so nice. She said, I haven't been upset, sad, mad, or anything, but happy every time I'm here. You're fine, Vinny. Babe, how are you poor at scissoring? It's an oval. It's a.
Look, I'm just not good at scissoring.
Are you maybe just trying to do something that you don't have to? Are you working too hard?
Probably, but you know, when you only know how to do it one way and that's the wrong way, you
Perfect.
just kind of do stuff.
You're trying to be perfect. We don't do perfect, babe.
I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be as close to perfect as I can.
But there's no sense in that.
That
Terrence
is
told
a
me to do your
poor,
fussy
poor
cutting for
football.
you. Come on.
That's what I'm thinking, Terrence.
It's a football, Terrence. Grand loves watching the man crafting and washing dishes and vacuuming and dusting.
I do all that too, y'all, occasionally.
He had to do a lot. We've done a lot at our house. Y'all, somebody said, I read something about spring cleaning today, that spring cleaning was good for the house or something, but not good for the bones or something like that because it's so much work.
Lord have
But we have
mercy.
been spring cleaning. It looks fine, Lisa said. Vinny, you're doing great, Janet said. Scissoring, Tinker said.
Yeah.
Scissoring. Is that what we're going to have to call it now? Fussy cutting is scissoring?
That ain't good right there.
Babe, it's perfectly
I'll
fine.
fix that.
No, it's really good. It is good.
Don't get on me now, woman. You know me. If I'm going to do it, I have to do all this stuff to try to make it as good as I can. I'll tell you what, I can't talk. I can't
Read
talk.
Kim's
and work.
comment.
It's the same thing as when I was cooking. I can't do it and talk.
Vinny, you can use some ink on the edges. Are you not allowed to ink? That was a question.
Look, let's
Looking
don't,
good, Vinny.
let's don't try to make it any more challenging than it is. The fact that I'm doing it and it's turned out, you know,
But that's not the fun part. Are you still going to do the other part that I really want you to do?
I don't remember what's that part. Oh, the stamping part. Did you set it up for me like you said you would?
I gave you white paper because I didn't know where it was going or what size you needed. So
I I wish I'd have remembered that beforehand.
Why? What would you have changed?
I don't know that I'd have changed anything, but. Okay, so we're fixing to try something else. I ain't positive I can do it, but.
Look up and read Jada Lady. I can't read what she said. It's not ugly, but I can't read. Hey.
Yeah, put this on here for me.
Hey. You might need to use the smaller ones because you don't have that much space left. Or where are you going to put this?
In that corner right there.
Yeah, if you're going to put it there, you need to use the clickable letters. You need to use the tiny ones.
Oh, my Lord.
You don't want to do that.
Now you're really making it difficult.
You could handwrite it. You have great handwriting. Or you can let Shannon handwrite it, but you have great handwriting. Cut the piece you want to go right there. What do you want it to look like?
I don't know.
Could you cut like a hold on.
You know, you were supposed to do all this cutout for me so I
This I
wouldn't have to be
couldn't prep for. I
challenged.
didn't know how it was going to go.
You really want me to put the ugly words right there?
It's your page. You said you wanted the ugly words. I didn't say that. I think it needs them. Oh, real estate punch. Punches are right there. Or a heart, because y'all love that team. But I think the real estate punch. Do you see it?
Is this it?
That's it.
So punch it, and then you might not use the whole piece. You might only use part of it. You're doing great, Vinny. You can tell it's a man page, LOL.
Ain't that the truth?
This is my favorite. Judy said, men can hold a razor to their face and neck when they're shaving and do a great job, but give them scissors and they don't know what to do. They can put a
And you
blade
did
in their
notice
face.
that I just cut that right out of the middle of the page instead of cutting it from the side like I should have.
Babe, it goes into bin. It's going to get used. Okay, look, let me tell you something. You don't have to use that whole thing. You can change its shape by like hanging it off the edge and then slicing the edge.
Nah. I'm leaving them scissors out of the game. If I can help it.
Tamitha said you had to add the ugly words. Show the real estate punch again. Diana's asking about it.
This is the real estate punch.
It looks like a shingle.
And it cuts out what looks like a shingle.
Y'all remember when people would put their shingle up
Hang your
and go to
sign,
work?
Call it a shingle. All right, so
I would use are you just gonna write it?
let's go and let Shannon write it.
You have such good handwriting. You write it, so I have your handwriting in the book. You're gonna journal this one too, because I ain't writing a thing about that team. I'll write an article.
All right, so do I just
You
use
write an
black?
Article. There's a Sharpie if you want a Sharpie.
There's red, there's black.
What if I
there's-
don't like the way it looks when I write it?
Guess
Turn it
what?
over and do it on the
You,
other
Piece of
side.
paper.
you go right to that piece of paper, you cut right out of the middle of it, and you cut another one out.
Oh, Lord help us.
First you flip it over, then if you mess up again.
Marion says this might be a bad question, a dumb question, but what are the bad words?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
They're bad words because I'm an Auburn fan, and I'm not saying those words. So I call them the bad words.
How in the Sam Hill did I put my dot way over there on the exclamation point? Can you explain that to
Can
me?
I tell you that I've never seen you so critical? Yes, I have, when you made my lamps. That was ridiculous. You are so critical of yourself.
I'm not being critical. I
You
want
are-
it to be good.
It's a dot on an exclamation point.
I know, in the wrong place.
Then
Who does
redo
that?
it. Then redo it.
That's a good Roll Tide.
I've
It looks really good, the Roll Tide
I
does.
feel you though.
And then I put my dadgum exclamation point in the wrong spot.
Well, then add another exclamation point and do two.
Oh, that's a good idea. Then I don't have to rewrite the whole thing.
Okay,
Put a
Marion.
dot under
what
it.
So
happens?
Alabama is Vince's football team that he pulls for.
What happens if I miss again?
And in Alabama, you either have to pull for Alabama or Auburn. That's your only choices here. You don't. There's no other
Can I get
choices.
by with
Unless
that,
you're. Oh yeah, that's good.
Shannon,
Cool.
there's no other choices in Alabama.
Well, I mean, unless you're an implant. I mean, there are implants that.
But you still don't get a choice. Y'all know if you're an implant, we've all said to you, pick a side.
Dude,
yeah,
you got
well,
to make a
Blake
decision.
Boss is from Ohio, so he's an Ohio State fan.
We still say pick a side.
Bless
He
his
picks
heart.
Ohio State.
Most
Yeah,
people,
he lost.
most people in Alabama, if you're a football fan, are still going to pick a side, even though they might have a team somewhere else. They're still going to pick who they in a game. Because I mean, the Iron Bowl, everybody has to have a side. Anyway, so it's
Says the
their
person that
football
doesn't
team.
Watch it.
And yeah, but I've lived here my whole life. I know how football is. Plus, let me tell you something. Who was raised with football, Vinny?
Oh yeah.
You have no, I'm gonna tell you something. I promise you, there's not a person in your family that is as bad as my dad Eddie and my brother Danny. They're so bad. Vince watches so he can just text them because they just we don't even watch with them anymore. Not because they're bad, but they can be negative about it because they want perfection. You know how football player Alabama team. You know how it is.
That turned out
Anyway.
pretty good, Shannon.
Really good.
Let me see.
See, I'm a genius.
I think it looks great. Let me finish telling Marion this. So Vince's team is Alabama, which is called the Crimson Tide, and their
Steely Dan wrote a song
mantra,
about it. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Sorry.
their mantra.
Copyright strike.
What do you call that? Their shouting words. What are those words?
Well, just like Auburn
Is War Eagle. That's what we yell, because we're
but
our
they have a
motto.
tiger for the thing,
We-
and then we have an elephant, and we say Roll Tide.
Right.
So who knows?
Terry, you and I are very much alike. Look what Terry wrote.
Okay, so my question is, how do I know how far apart to put my holes?
You'll take your page. You'll go ahead and glue this to your
January
page, and then you'll show slogan. Slogan is good. All right, show them. So he's making the calendar page. If you've not seen the calendar made, I'm sure the girls will be linking you the calendar video so you can make yourself a calendar like it. And just so you know, this is my desk calendar turn mini album, and this year we made it bigger. And I've not filled mine out yet. I just realized that, and I got to fill it out for March because March is crazy full around here. So we need to fill that out.
So what you're saying is, then I just take this and put it on here.
The war cry. That's it. The war cry. They yell those words,
Roll Tide, baby.
and we yell War Eagle.
Okay, now I got to get that blasted glue back out.
No, let's use sticky tape because I don't want you to have to wait on it. Just get you some sticky tape. Right over there. See it? Let me see it. Let me make sure you get the right one. No. Hold on.
No.
Oh, where's my tape?
No.
Where's my tape? No joke.
I don't know.
Oh, it's way back here. No wonder.
Sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. It was way back yonder.
Now, I don't know how to do this either, so I've never used sticky tape.
All right, get your little block over there. It's right over there in the stamp blockers.
Right in front of the stamp blocker, there's a little square.
The stamp blocks, left hand,
Keep going.
straight across.
On the other side of your tape.
Take your left hand, stretch your left hand out, drop it down. There it is.
Right there.
We're both trying to do
Hot,
it.
hot, hot.
You're welcome, Marion. I probably did a poor job explaining because I kept interrupting myself, but there you go. Oh, Linda calls them winning words.
Words to live by.
I-O, is that Ohio? Is that something for Ohio? I-O? Is that what they yell? Trent said that. Trent, are you from Ohio?
Bless your heart.
I've been to Ohio. It was a long trip. Babe, I'm impressed.
With what?
Scoot up in the camera, but I'm impressed. Well, your tape application.
Why?
Because,
Baby, it's,
oh, a bug. Did you see that? It's scary.
you gotta be kidding. Why are you impressed with tape application?
Let me show you something. Do this. I want you to try something. Wow, I can't because you're a lefty. But you used it. That's interesting.
Do I need to
So
put
Trent
something
is in
the middle?
Ohio. I do.
Wow, Fargo, North Dakota next week?
Ooh, that's too long of a trip. North Dakota's going to be a long trip. Are you driving?
That's it? That's all I need to do?
Yes, sir.
Let me talk to my husband. We might go.
That's a long trip.
And then I gotta peel that too, don't I?
Use your pokey tool. Holly's grandson is working there this week. He works for elevators they put up in outside of construction. That's cool.
Y'all forgive me for not talking while I do this. It's just not who I am.
Terry said, another reason to love Vinny. She's a lefty too.
Well, I'm one of those weird lefties that I really just eat and write left-handed. Most everything else I do right-handed, but it still kind of just comes and goes. All right, so then we're going to put this right here.
They're
Right.
driving, bringing the youngest boy home.
Karen's son is a Clemson alum.
And then I need to turn it over so I can see where my punches go. And I need this little eyelet setter right here.
And you want the bigger one.
And I'm looking for the big hole, which is on this side. This is where it's going to be really challenging for me, because it ain't going in there.
Why? Why? Oh, I have it locked. I have it higher probably. Do I have it locked?
I don't have any idea.
Look on the side, and it's got a little wheel. You can undo that wheel and drop it down. I probably have
Yep,
it braced.
that's it. You know, mine's different from yours.
Okay, so what do I do when I do that?
Did you unscrew it and let it drop down? The little
I
stopper
don't
drop
feel
down?
like it dropped down any.
Let me see. Turn it to the side.
I'm gonna hand it to you if I can reach
Yeah,
it.
it did. See this little thing? It's a stopper, and I had it locked.
Okay.
So that was keeping you from going in there.
So what you're saying is I should be able to do it now?
Uh-huh. Somebody wants to know if you hunt left-handed. That's an interesting question.
No, I
wanna
do
know.
not. I shoot right-handed.
He doesn't do anything really but eat and write. But I'm kind of surprised sometimes when I see him like with scissors and stuff. You would think that would be a left-handed thing.
Sorry.
For what? I think a lot of people do most everything else with their right hand because what's your choice? You know?
Okay. I think it turned out pretty daggum good.
Loving it, Vinny. That's what Alan said.
Again, Alan, if it's your first time watching today, please don't take what happens on this show today as what really happens on this show, because the lady that normally sits in this seat is really talented and she does some impressive work, but every once in a while she makes her husband do things like this.
Y'all notice how quiet I got when he was all bragging and stuff? I didn't interrupt you one time that
Not
time.
in their time did you interrupt me.
If you're new here, be sure to stick around for our after show. The after show is where we just kind of play, and it probably looks like we've been doing that here.
Yeah,
But
we probably have.
we do our craft in the first show, and in the after show, we play, and I show you some new product. Oh my goodness, we got some cool stuff. I'm so excited because I feel like the mail is running. I feel like spring is sprung, and new products are coming in. I'm so excited.
Okay, so that's how it sits normally, right? Mm-hmm. And then you flip this down and
Flip
flip
it
this
back.
over,
And then
and then you flip this around this
back,
way,
and then you flip that there.
and then it sits like that. So there's our January page. Old Vinny did it, and Roll Tide.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it. I thought I got to think about it. Every month when I give y'all the walkthrough, I'm gonna have to go to that page first.
That's gonna make you happy.
And it'll make you so happy to see the only team in SEC history to play 10 SEC games and win them all, to play an SEC championship game and win it, to beat two great teams in the playoff. I said great teams. They beat Notre Dame, and then they beat the Ohio State University to win the national championship. A perfect season. Pretty good, if you ask me.
I just let him talk, y'all. Deb says she's
Boom,
right-handed.
shakalaka.
Deb says she's right-handed, but she shoots left-handed.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Well, you know, I know if you're not an Alabama fan, you can't say you love it, and I understand that. If it was an Ohio State page or a Florida page or, God forsake, a Tennessee page, I would not say that I love it, or an Auburn page. But, you know, those teams don't win national championships. Oh, sorry. That was just a little inside joke for my
We have won
SEC.
one.
No, you won more than one. Bless your heart. You had Scam Newton year. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Sorry.
I like that.
Anyway, there you go, folks.
Lisa said just be happy for the Maymay.
Vinny got it done, shockingly as it is, and Roll Tide. So are we ready to step out so we can go to the Crafter After Show where we can talk about whatever we want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to say this. Somebody said it'll be a cool memory. It is, and that's why I wanted to do it, because every time I look through those our little highlight reel books, that's what I call them, it's always been stuff I've done. And so today when he suggested that and I thought he would do it, I thought this is a good chance for me to have his work and a good memory of Vince and him doing that in the book, and I thought that'd be cool. So I don't care that those words are in there. I do care, but I don't care. So
Yeah, Heather, I understand Ohio State are not fans of the team up north, and if I'm not mistaken, you're referring to Big Blue, the Michigan Wolverines. I know that Ohio State and them are pretty staunch rivalries.
all right, guys, we're going to head into the Crafter After Show where we can talk about whatever we want to. Tamitha and Shannon have both linked it for you, so be sure to click on that and let's head over there and play. We've got some fun stuff to show you and stuff like that today. Vince, don't be hating on Tennessee.
Hey, look,
that ain't happening.
You got to understand something. I do it all in fun. I don't hate none of them. I promise
He
I
doesn't.
don't.
There is one thing, like Vinny doesn't, his ribbon doesn't bother me because I know what his heart's like.
Yeah.
Like, I got to tell y'all, I'll tell you super fast. When Tamitha first came into our life, she wasn't working for us at the time. I think she was just adminning. And Tamitha and Vince started having these like GIF wars where they would send each other pictures or memes. It was memes really, but back then they were GIFs because they didn't call them memes.
Yeah, Tam, there's a good chance you're going to see this one from time to time.
But he would send her a meme that was something about Tennessee, and and back and forth. They were back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah, we have fun.
Well, I got worried about it because I said, Vince, she may not know, because she didn't know us really. I mean, she'd never been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew her but didn't know her. So I was like, I don't know how she's taking this. So maybe you should back off a little bit. So I messaged her and I said, I don't know how this feels, blah, blah. And she was like, don't worry about it. And the funny thing was, Vince had been saving memes all year long. Like he will save them on his phone to use for Tamitha, and I think Tamitha does the same
Yes,
thing. And
she
they have
does.
fun back and forth
We
with
stack
it.
'em up.
And they don't mean anything about it. They're just ribbon. And look,
As a
for an
matter of fact,
Alabama fan and a Tennessee fan
we went
to
to
do
a
it.
game together. She and I went to a game together. She probably don't want to talk about it because they got waxed, but she went to the game with me at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
She
so.
went to the Alabama-Tennessee game with Vince at Bryant-Denny Stadium, the two of them, her in all her orange.
Oh, yeah, she
And
wore it.
she was
And
in
we
a
sat up
sea of
there, and
crimson.
I had got some
Bless her.
season
Did
tickets
you know
from
that?
somebody, and they were really good, almost right below the press boxes, you know. So they were really nice seats. They were under the awning of the stadium, so it was cool. We weren't in the sunshine or nothing. And she sat up there with all them Alabama fans with all that orange,
And she yelled for her team.
disgusting stuff on, and she yelled and yelled and yelled. Waxed means they got beat really bad, jaded lady.
That's his word. They waxed
That's my
them.
word.
But yeah, it's all in good fun. Now there are it goes too far. Would
Yeah.
you believe this? In Alabama, they say statistically it is the highest day for domestic violence in our state.
Yeah.
The day that Alabama plays Auburn. So it's
And-
terrible when that happens. But we're not that way. We just play.
I'm
Matter of
just
fact,
playing,
I tell you
'cause
what.
I'll tell you this about myself, okay? And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I don't typically dish it out because I can't take it.
And if you'll
And that's
stick
the
around to the
honest
after
truth.
show, I will tell you the story of how Vinny and I almost didn't get married
That's
because of
right.
football.
Because of football.
We'll see y'all in a few minutes. I'm going to tell Vinny how to end this because he's sitting in my chair. So at the bottom of the screen it
Lord.
says end stream.